So it's been 2 months since I started my new part-time work from home job as an appointment setter. Now, in the original video I did 2 months ago, I was talking about how I just got hired and I was explaining what an appointment setter does. If you don't know what an appointment setter does, they basically are the middleman between a lead and a high ticket closer. All right, so an appointment setter bridges the gap. So a good example of an appointment setter would be, think about Facebook, right? When you're on Facebook and you see all these different ads, whether it be for, weight loss programs, whether it be for make money online or drop shipping businesses or mentor programs, any of those things, right? In most cases, they have an appointment setter and they have a high ticket closer. The appointment setter usually is the first contact, right, with the lead, and then they get moved on to the closer. All right, so you probably interacted with appointment setters in your life and you just didn't realize it. And in most cases, appointment setters are going to work on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And most likely you're going to have to work with different calling programs, calling softwares, email, text message platforms that you're going to have to be familiar with, right? But like I said, ultimately, an appointment setter is the middleman between a lead and a high ticket closer. This is my first appointment setting job, so I really didn't know what to expect, right? So with the company I'm with now, how we started was basically my job was to respond to incoming leads from Facebook ads. All right, so the company was running paid Facebook ads. So when people would come in responding to these ads, my job is to instantly go in there and start talking to them, right? And basically qualify them to see if they're eligible to get on a call with the closer. All right, so these leads would come in, and when I see them pop up, boom, I get at them, right? I start talking to them, seeing where they're coming from. And mainly I was doing this on Facebook and Instagram. Now, whenever you're an appointment setter, if you're doing it from Facebook ads, like paid ads, you are coming off as the product owner, right? So I'm not messaging people as Earl, right? I'm messaging people as the owner, right? So it makes it very, very comfortable to do that. I ain't gonna lie, because sometimes even when people kind of act stupid or, they want to get smart or trolling in these messages, you want to be annoyed or get offended, but you be like, wait a minute, I'm not even talking as me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even really care, right? So that was primarily what my job was. I go in there, I deal with these incoming leads from Facebook ads. I message with them, and then I have a spreadsheet, and I'll go in the spreadsheet. I got to put in, the lead's name, their email, their, whatever. And I would comment and see, where we're at in the conversation. That was it, right? And then if that was slow, I would go into our company's Facebook group and interact with members in the group. That was it, all right? And I would get paid hourly, and I would get paid per appointment that I booked that actually showed up. I would get a bonus. That's pretty much was it. You know what I'm saying? For the first maybe 6-7 weeks of me being there. All right. So recently, they switched things up a little bit. They actually stopped running paid Facebook ads, going back to another lead generation method that they were doing before I even got hired, right? So when I heard this change was coming, my first thought was, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't doing Facebook ads, what the hell am I gonna be doing? Right? So I was a little like, oh man, this shit ain't gonna work. But we would always have team meetings like 3 times a week where me, the other appointment setter, and our manager, we all get on Zoom or whatever and we discuss things. So the manager basically was saying, hey, we just switching things up. It's all good. Y'all ain't going nowhere, right? But that Facebook ad shit really wasn't working. We're not getting the results we want. We're trying this new strategy. Not really a new strategy. They going back to what they was doing 5-6 months ago, right? So I'm like, shit. I was just getting in the flow of messaging and engaging with these Facebook leads from paid ads, right? I was just really getting going with it. So I was a little like, I don't know, right? So now what I've been doing, I basically respond to people. I interact with people in the free Facebook group for the company, right? I just interact with people when new members come into the group. I tag them and I inbox them, basically trying to create conversation. And I go into a platform called Close. If you know anything about work from home jobs, you probably heard of Close before. But Close is basically a platform that companies use, and they use it to email leads, send text messages to leads, and actually call leads, right? And they got other software and programs similar, but we use Close. So I usually now, since we don't do paid Facebook ads, I actually hope they bring that shit back, to be honest with you, because I kind of like that. Here's pretty much what I do now as an appointment setter. So when my day gets started, I go into Close, I check, incoming text messages from, leads, if they respond, whatever. I see what they're saying, then I respond back, all right? Then I go over to the Facebook group and I engage with members, new members. I send some DMs, right? I try to strike up some engagement, all right? Then after I check that, I will go back into Close and I will actually start calling, leads who showed interest in whatever that we got going on, right? So I literally just kind of doing some, I don't want to say cold calling because it's not like they've heard of the company, but I go in there and I just call people and I pretty much just do that, right? So I check text message responses, I engage in the Facebook group, and I call leads. That's pretty much what I do now, all right? So right now, I'm kind of getting to the flow of doing that, getting my own little system down, doing this new method. But I ain't gonna lie, I wish they do bring back the paid Facebook ads, because that's how I trained, and that's what I feel like I was really getting good at. But I do like the text message marketing because it's damn near the same thing. So when leads come in via text message, I actually start engaging with them and trying to do the same thing I was doing, with the Facebook ad leads. All right. So ultimately, so far, so good. I will say it made me a little nervous a little bit though when they was like, yo, we getting rid of the Facebook ads. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, well, where am I going to be at, right? But I do got to say, this is not hard work, right? Yes, just like with any job, when you get hired as an appointment setter or anything, any of these work from home jobs, you got to get trained. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn different programs, and you'll actually feel good when you learn a new system, a new program, because you're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I know how to use this now. I know how to work this now. So it has many benefits. Let me close with this. All right, I will continue to do updates, on this job opportunity, and I plan on really trying to grow with this company because that's what they're looking for. They want people to grow with this company. They're trying to hit 10 million a year, right? So that's dope. But there's nothing like being your own boss, because I don't trust no company that's not run by me.